Hey guys, it's Dan, your host, your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for today. This one's going to be doing another video for the Walking Dead universe, this one in regards to Daryl Dixon, the Book of Carol Season 2. We're going to go over the major question now that we know that Daryl Dixon will be taking place in Spain for Season 3. How do we think the wrap-up of Madame Ginet's group will go, and who will be the one to take off the head of the snake? Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, the Book of Carol. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about Season 2. We're going to talk about our latest villain in the series, Madame Ginet, and the Union d'Espoir, or whatever they're called. The Pouvoir, I guess, whatever you want to call them. And we're going to talk about who do we think are going to be the characters to take them down. In particular, who is going to kill Madame Ginet. So, this is one that I've been kind of thinking about for a little while, and obviously, I think it's more kind of concrete now that she's going to die, because obviously we know Season 3, which is already confirmed, and Season 4, which is kind of confirmed by Norman Reedus, is taking place in Spain, and I would highly doubt that we are going to see all that stuff and the pouvoir and, you know, Madame Ginet's group in that season, right? So, in either of those seasons. So, they're going down this season, in my opinion. I definitely think that that group is going to get taken out. But who do I think is going to be the person to take out Madame Ginet? Now, there's a few options here. There are definitely a few options. A few that I like, a few that, you know, I'm not so sure about, so we'll kind of discuss them. Now, the most obvious one is just Daryl. Daryl just kills the villain in his own show. Very boring idea, but I mean, at the same time, it is his own show, so it would be expected. I'm not going to lie. It would be something where if Daryl was the one to kill her, I'd be like, okay. I mean, you know, that it's kind of, you know, go figure. But let's make things a bit more interesting here. Now, we also have, which this one they could definitely do, is Codon. Codon is one that could take out Madame Ginet because obviously, I mean, he was in a scenario where he had Daryl down on the ground. He had, you know, Laurent there. He had Isabel there, all of them, and he had them, you know, to a point where he was going to be able to kill them. And I think what he said, his wording is that they were going to kill the kid, meaning Laurent, and he couldn't do it. You know, he couldn't bring himself to kill a child. That's the one limit that Codon couldn't bring himself to do. Which I like that because he has morals. You know, he's not just like some villain, you know. He actually has principles where he will not kill a kid in cold blood. That's one thing he will not do. And he did not agree with Madame Ginet's guys about doing such a thing. So I could see a scenario where he comes after her and he tries to take her out, although I don't think he's fully flipped yet, you know what I'm saying? But again, that's one where it's like, time will tell with him. He could flip, that's definitely possible. I guess never say never, but him taking out Madame Ginet, I think would actually be very interesting if they did that. Not to mention, we know that they're doing a redemption arc for him. We know that's in store. It very much feels like a redemption arc is about to be told. So it wouldn't shock me at all if maybe he was the one to take her out. Yeah, definitely. Now, another character I've heard some people discussing, this one I think is very unlikely, is Laurent, because, I mean, yeah, he, like, people say he's the prophecy or whatever, and obviously Madame Ginet didn't believe in that, and she kind of laughed it off. So I've heard some people say, like, oh, maybe it'll come back to bite her in the ass and he'll take her out. I don't think that's going to happen. I feel like Laurent's too lighthearted. But the one person I do think is going to take her out, and I think this is our number one candidate, it could be Codon. That's my second favorite option. But my favorite option is Carol. And I'll tell you why. Carol is a character, at least in my opinion, and obviously some people could disagree with me on this, but she hasn't done anything major lately. Like, is that just me? Like, it feels like Carol lately has just kind of been there, which is very unusual for her. She's always doing something. She's always doing something kind of, you know, major. But ever since Alpha's death, it feels like Carol has just not done that much. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what they're going to try to correct in this spinoff, is that Carol is going to go back to her OG ways. I've even heard from early reviewers is that she reminds people of that older Carol, that one from Season 5, where she blew up Terminus and she was, you know, taking down the wolves from inside Alexandria and dressing up as one and stuff. I would not be surprised at all if Carol not only took out Madame Ginet, but went in there, fooled her, made her believe in what she was selling her, and completely made her just gain her trust and just overall have Madame Genet fall for Carol's crap. Now, I don't know if Madame Genet would actually fall for it. It feels like she's the kind of person that'd be gullible enough to fall for it, but again, you never know. You don't know how far they're going to take Madame Genet in terms of her intelligence and her, just overall trust in people, so it's hard to tell, But, I mean, she hired Codon pretty easily, all things considered, and Carol could sell shit to a farmer, let's be honest here, so I feel like that's what they could set up, is that Carol goes in there as like an insider and completely just flips that place upside down. I'd be up for it. I would love to see it. I feel like her and Carol are going to have a big rivalry this season. I think that's going to be a big thing we see in season 2, is the rivalry between Madame Genet and, Carol. So I think Carol will have a moment to shine this season, and I think that'll be one of them right there, is taking down the pouvoir either from inside or, she'll do just some kind of major attack. I mean, I feel like Carol is going to be one, especially finding out that the nest has like kids in there and innocents, and Carol finds out that this group is going in there trying to take them down and kill them. I don't think Carol's going to have time for that shit. I really don't. So, and not to mention, she's probably going to want Daryl to get home as quickly as possible. So if she takes out this leader, crazy lady, then I feel like it'll just, fuel her fire even more. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Who do you think is going to be the one to take on Madame Genet in Season 2 of The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon? Post comments down below, guys. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos of The Walking Dead. Make sure, of course, to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead Reviews on Instagram, guys. And, of course, I'll see you guys very soon for more videos of The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.